honey.
Welcome to Yes, Honey.
Yes, honey.
A podcast celebrating people who are healthy, happy, and whole.
Thank you for every single day that you give us an inspirational word.
Yes, honey.
It's inspiration in a word. And now here's your host, JD, the diva.
No one can do that, yes, honey, like you. Do it, JD.
Yes, honey. Yes. I'm so excited to be here today. The bond between two people has never been more apparent than like the bond between Roslyn and Ray Singleton. They're both of Charlotte, North Carolina. She is a Navy vet. She is a brain cancer survivor, beating cancer not once, but 2 times. The now famous couple got noticed nationally, though unintentionally, after Ray serenaded his wife as she went through chemo. And that video went viral, reaching national news outlets and even the nationally syndicated talk show Ellen. Yeah, superstars. Well, they both agreed, though Roslyn getting brain cancer twice wasn't easy, they know it was a lesson to be learned. And may I introduce to you Roslyn and Ray Singleton.
Yes, honey.
Oh, yes, honey. Come on.
Yes,
Oh
honey.
my
Snaps,
God.
yes, honey.
It is. It's I'm so glad to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you all are famous. I actually need
Come
to
on.
ask you for your autograph.
Ain't
No,
worth
seriously.
nothing yet.
Correct.
But
But hold on
better
to it,
get to
Jesus,
me.
because we receive and claim.
You get
right
a couple
now.
likes on Instagram.
In your name.
Oh
You
my
might get half off at Chick-fil-A,
gosh.
but yeah.
So, and that being said, you first learned you had brain cancer in 2013.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes.
You met her when she was battling brain cancer, right?
No,
Or when
so
did that
she
happen?
was clear when we met. So we were a year into our marriage. Yeah, when we had gotten the news.
Okay.
Yes. She told me about the bout in 2013, though.
Okay. Well, you were aware.
Absolutely. She made it aware, and she also let it know it's not a problem. She beat it once before, and it won't be a problem again.
It was how your attitude was,
Really
Roslyn?
was.
It was.
Yeah, really.
I
did you
told
say?
him just very casually. We were just having a conversation.
I was at work.
And he was at work, and I called him when I got the news. I had just left the doctor's office. You know, I took a second to take it in, and I called him. I said, are you busy? Can you talk? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, I just left the doctor's office, and they're telling me that they see something on the scan again back in the same area. I said, but I'm fine, and we're going to be fine. I said, I'll talk to you when you get home. He said, all right.
Just as a matter of factly like that.
Just like that.
Attitude.
And
was
it's been
that.
like from the very beginning. She never wavered. She never showed. I mean, she had her moments down the line, but
Yeah.
when she initially told me, she's like, "Yeah, hey, well, this is what we got to do." And I said, "All right, what you need me to do?"
what am I going to do? What you need me to do, baby?
Right.
Wow, I love that. Your mindset was already so positive. And
Absolutely.
I would imagine that you have to attribute that to your spirituality.
Oh, all to God.
Come on.
Everything. Absolutely. Definitely to God and to the very strong upbringing that I was given from my mom and my dad. Having seen my mom go through medical issues of her own growing up, I just felt like it would do her an injustice to go through brain cancer twice and cry about it after seeing what she had gone through. So I was raised to put my face on, put my trust in God, and you go. And so I go.
Okay. I love that, though. And so, plus you being a Navy vet,
Absolutely.
you were already disciplined, right?
Well, you know, again, the discipline came from my parents. You know,
Yeah.
my mother is from Alabama and my dad is a New Yorker, a Southern guy. And they raised my siblings and I to be respectful, say yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and always make sure you understand what you're supposed to do and appreciate it. So I was raised with discipline. I got disciplined a lot, Mr. Janine, let's just say. My mama did not spare the rod at all.
Yeah.
But I was raised to understand what you're supposed to do in life. And I know that what I'm supposed to do is put on a good face because that's what I have. That's all I know. Put my trust in God and go. So
Yes,
I
I,
go.
love it.
Yes, ma'am.
That's so inspiring. So in 2013, you had your first tumor.
Yes.
Happened again 6 years later?
Yeah.
And then what was the attitude then? Still the same.
Still the same. You know, and the first time that I had got it in 2013, like I've said before, about 18 months before I'd gotten the diagnosis, my mother had passed away suddenly while I was in Afghanistan working.
Wow.
And so it was literally, you know, we had a conversation on a Wednesday night. I talked to her on Skype, looked her in the face. Everything was fine. I woke up the next day and my dad called me and said, your mom's gone. So having endured that type of a loss, because losing a parent is like losing a child. It's something nobody ever, you can't heal or grow from that. It's just, that's a loss. So I just carry that as there's nothing else greater than that. Like everything else is, you can deal with that.
Right.
It's only my dad and my mom, or if something happened to Ray, but brain cancer is like, it's kind of like a cold sore, just a little bit. It's there, and it's annoying, but it'll go away. That's really what it is.
Yeah, and I can imagine, because, well, I actually can't imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great analogy to compare it that way.
Yeah.
So that was your attitude.
Absolutely.
And tell me, were there any symptoms? Was anything familiar from you having the brain cancer the first time?
So the first time I had very aggressive symptoms, just because the tumor was the size of an orange. So it was so big, it was causing very aggressive migraines. Migraines to the point where I had to be put on a morphine drip.
Really?
Yeah, it was that bad. I was having blurred vision. I would see spots when I would lay down on a certain, like if I would lay on one side of my head, I could hear like a seashell. And that was just from the fluid not being able to move around properly in my brain, because the tumor was pushing my brain. Mm-hmm. The second time, not so much. And I think it's because when you beat something like brain cancer one time, you don't think it's going to come down your block again.
Right.
You just don't.
It's a wrap.
You just don't. Yeah. Like I'm cool. Uh-huh. So when it came back the second time, I mean, I had very like small headaches, but I had headaches for such a long time. I just never really paid attention to the small ones. So when they told me that it had come back, I said, honestly, I was like, I got it. Let's do this. And I mean, it was even better because I knew the first time I only had my dad. I wasn't, I didn't know Ray. So it was just me and my dad kind of going through it together. But now having Ray's family, still having my dad, I was like, child, please. Yes, honey. Let's go.
And so, Ray, I mean, clearly you play a huge role in her healing. And that's how you've gotten famous. Y'all famous, right? You do know that.
Ray's the famous one. I'm just the smiling. I'm the smiling way.
I'm singing in the background. She's famous.
I'm playing the tambourine.
Oh my God, you're so crazy. I love it though. But you saw your wife.
Yes.
And you're thinking what? You're falling deeper in love with her, or what was that like for you?
We talking about initially seeing her? What part of the story?
We can go all the way back.
I'm just trying to figure out how deep we going right now.
We're going deep. Let's go back to the beginning then. If you want to do that, we can do it. Yes, when you first laid eyes on her.
Well, the way I was introduced to Roslyn Cherie Royal, we were at a party in Charlotte. I'm going down the escalator. It's a party at night. I have on sunglasses inside.
Of course.
It's my turn right now. So the first thing I hear her say is, "Where are you going?" Can I? Is ass okay to say? Can I say that?
Seems like you said it to me.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure. She said, "Where are you going with those stupid ass sunglasses on?" First thing, literally, the first thing that I ever heard come out of my wife's mouth is, "Where are you going with them stupid ass sunglasses on?"
Okay.
I tilted them down. Mm-hmm. I said, "I'll be back for you in 35 seconds." So yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't waste no time. I don't know what it was, but whatever energy it was that hit me, I couldn't do anything with it other than just go to it. So after that interaction happened, I see her on the dance floor, and I'm like, okay, well, she done gave me a little play. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to give me a little dance.
I'm a holler.
I go up, try to dance with her. She says, "No, I don't dance with strangers." I said, "Yo." All right.
And I don't.
I'm talking about she was mean as a rattlesnake.
Do not.
So she didn't dance with me.
She really didn't.
I really didn't.
She really did not dance with me.
Yeah, no.
So she goes her separate way. Right before the party's ending, she's leaving. I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and it's her cell phone in my face. She says, "Put your number in my phone. I'm getting ready to leave."
Roslyn, you got game, girl.
I said, "Yo,
you got game." Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sold." At that point, I'm done. Like, this is it.
I like her.
Right. I said, "Well, absolutely, you can have this number, ma'am." So yeah, and then we actually end up, as fate would have it, we ended up at the same late night dining place.
Yeah.
She was with her friends. Mm-hmm. I was with my friends. Mm-hmm. I had noticed that their food had just hit the table. So I go over and introduce myself, and I said, "Hey, do you mind if I bless your food?" So
Sold.
Have
Sold.
mercy.
Right there.
Yes.
Sold.
You almost made me curse.
Right there.
Yes.
Put it right there now. Put it right there.
that's a good time. That's a good,
That's
yeah.
an evangelical praise
Yeah.
right
It
there.
is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I texted her and
Yeah.
I said, clear your schedule. We're going out to eat tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't with you.
And then he asked me for my address. And
Yep. She said, "Nope, I will meet you there."
Roslyn, you my girl.
and I
seriously.
met him there. Yes,
Yep.
I did.
Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh.
And
so
since that day,
We've been together every day.
every day.
Every day. We've only
Wow.
been separated for his bachelor party, my bachelorette.
I went to Jamaica right after.
He went to the crazy thing about
Right
it.
after.
Like we met on a Saturday. We went out to dinner on that Sunday. He had literally kind of moved in
Yep.
somewhat into my apartment by Wednesday. And I took him to the airport on Thursday to go to Jamaica because he had won a trip for work because he's a superstar salesman also along with being a singer. And he won a trip for work. So I took him to the airport and was in love. Like we was
Yeah.
a full-blown relationship.
in 72 hours.
72 hours.
Isn't that crazy?
When he flew back, I picked him up from the airport, stayed at my house. Like the week later, we was already moving in together. And we were
My lease was literally just going up with my
Yeah.
roommate at the time.
and we moved in together.
Literally,
And
when we say the stars align,
The stars
every
were
single
aligned.
one of
every
them.
single one. And
Not
6 months
one
later,
was
we
out.
got engaged. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! From the time you met her to the time you were actually married, how long was that?
A year and
Yeah, a year and
a half?
It was not even that.
Not even that.
Yeah.
November of 20.
Maybe a
Well,
year?
2 years. November 2016, we met. We
Correct.
married. So 2 years.
2 years.
November 2016,
From
we
the
met.
day
Not
we
too
met
bad.
to the time we met.
We got engaged in 6 months. We
Yeah.
got engaged very quickly, but thankfully, thank God
I
it worked
know,
out.
right? And it has worked out.
It
Yeah,
has.
absolutely.
Look at you now.
It's undeniable.
It's very good.
Well,
It's-
I now know it wasn't a mistake. There
That's
was
right. Yeah.
Not any part of that. Literally, we didn't even buy tickets to the party.
At all.
Our friends had bought our tickets. We
Yeah.
didn't want to go to the party.
at all.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Okay.
God had lined that just
Divine
put it right
intervention.
there,
ago.
right there,
Absolutely.
a long time ago. Yeah.
Do you think with the brain cancer? So I'm switching gears a little bit.
Yes.
Divine intervention. Talk to me about how you both have had to process you having gone through brain cancer twice.
I'll let you go first.
All I know was to do anything I could. Like I want to be a problem solver. I want to be the one to, hey, if she can't lift this up, let me lift it up. If she can't do something, let me do it. But this was a situation that I couldn't do that. So I felt hopeless, helpless sometimes. But once I understood that me just being there was, so.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how I process it, just being there for her and anything I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I didn't process it. I'm just gonna be honest because again, it happened so quickly after my mom. So it was like, all right, let's just go ahead and get this over with. And the even crazier thing about it is I had brain surgery the first time in July of 2012. I got into a motorcycle accident without a helmet on in September of
She's
2012.
Oh my God.
And then right after that, I had gone through cancer treatment for the first time. And I mean, having gone through all of that in that year, I didn't at all process it like it bothered me. I can be honest. At 38, looking back, man, and to 2012, to 29, yeah, it's completely different. The second time, I can be very honest, I was a little scared, only because I knew there was more at stake if something really happened to me. Of course, my dad and my family would suffer a loss, but then it comes to Ray's feelings and his family and the connection that I have with everybody that I love with his family, and it's like, come on, God, you gotta, hey, bruh.
Yeah.
You know, so I that made my faith even stronger because it made me be like, you can't do nothing about this because it's happened twice. So you should probably sit down and just go ahead and give it to God and just let him do what he gonna do great. And so that's what I did. So that's how I've been able to, with support, like I said, and impeccable faith. I'm talking about unshakable, unbreakable faith. Yeah.
You think it's grown though through the process.
I know it has.
Yeah.
And I know it has because I can honestly understand why, and I told Ray the other day, why my mother and my grandmother and the older women in the church used to sing the songs that they sang, I completely understand now why they sang those songs, because you have to have a best friend in God to be able to talk to him at 4:00 in the morning when you can't talk to nobody else. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. So yeah, my faith is
unshakable.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So Ray, speaking of
ma'am.
unshakable, you're a balladeer.
Come on.
I need to add that to my resume.
I like that
one. Okay.
Absolutely. So during her process of going through chemo, you
Yes.
decided, I'm going to serenade her.
Well,
What was that process like?
I decided that a long time ago.
When we first met, second day in, he was full blown choir. Full blown. You hear me?
I'm trying to make this
Sister
romantic,
Act 1,
y'all.
2, and
Listen,
3, Mr.
She had
Dean.
absolutely no choice.
No choice whatsoever.
in the matter.
None.
So like music is is I would say it's second nature, but it's really first nature. Like I wake up singing, I go to sleep singing, I cook singing. I'm singing all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and Roz has a strong love-hate relationship.
Strong
with-
Jesus. Strong God.
So yeah, so music helped me through any hard time in my life. I'm a minister of music at my church, so like I'm very strong into that faith, and music has just helped carry me through my entire life. So I understood the healing that and the medicinal purposes that it had in my life. I was like, well, let me sing to my wife, because I've always heard the stories. Hey, every girl wants their man to sing to them. So I was like, well, I can sing. Why would I?
Why would I not do
You
that?
know
go
what I'm
ahead and
saying?
shoot that.
And really, at the beginning, when I would read I would be up at 1:00 in the morning reading headlines. Husband sings to wife battling cancer, and I'm like, why is this? How is this a headline? Why? How is this news? Aren't you supposed to do this?
That's right.
Until I got to those messages where, hey man, what you're doing for your wife, this is the example I need to see. I'm getting messages from ladies. I wish I had the type of support when I went through that fight. My husband left me, and I'm like, yo, what?
Yeah.
And then that's when I understood, okay, this is
The
way
power of it.
This is way bigger than
oh,
me and
man.
her.
Yeah.
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 Way
beautiful.
bigger.
So you started singing to her. You know I'm going to
Yes.
ask you to sing too, right?
Oh, that's
Okay.
He's
I
ready.
just want to be clear.
that's
So you started singing to her and you videotaped it.
yes.
It went viral.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it
How
did.
many views now?
Millions?
Millions.
They were in the millions. for
Millions.
sure.
Yeah.
Millions.
It's millions. Yeah.
It's absolutely insane
it's
to think
millions,
about.
millions, yeah.
It's millions. I'm
Yeah.
literally sitting on the couch, and I'm like, you know what? I want to put a video up of me singing to you. And Roz is like, all right.
Yeah.
That's the thing I like about Roz. All I got to do is tell her where to sit
All right.
and smile, and that's what she gonna do. Just
I'm
like-
ready.
Look at that smile.
I'm ready.
So yeah, we put it up, and I'd always been making like little videos and stuff like that. Like for her birthday, I got all her friends to send me a video saying
Yeah,
happy birthday, and I put
yeah.
stuff like that together.
got
So
you.
I knew that during this fight, I had to do something.
That's right.
Again, I want to be the problem solver. I want to take so I got to be doing something. My creative mind, I got to be doing something. So I just wanted to make her smile.
Aw.
And she's going through this fight. I'm like, man, I got to do something. And I
And
had
you
no,
did.
I had no
Normally,
idea.
that's how it happens, though.
Yeah.
And then Ellen
idea.
and her people,
Oh,
they
man.
saw it.
Oh my
You
god!
were
man.
on Ellen. I saw
Oh,
it.
man. Oh, man.
my god!
Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
We still can't believe that.
still-
We watched the video at least
Every
once a
day.
Ah. So yeah, Ellen
Yeah.
was impressed, of course,
Oh,
like
man.
everybody else. You know, we just very heartfelt, and it was so meaningful.
Yeah.
And so many people saw it. And so, what did Ellen do for you?
You know, honestly, outside of the $25,000 that she
What?
hey,
Yeah,
Shabbat
yeah,
praise
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can put a
put one
praise.
right there. So outside of the 25,000, you know, honestly, meeting Ellen was something that I had wanted to do. I wanted to meet her stylist because I love clothes, I love fashion, like I just do. And having the opportunity, we met Ellen's stylist and we met Ellen. Come on, God. And meeting her was honestly everything that I thought it would be. Her spirit is exactly what I thought it would be. And that feeling of pure and genuineness, and I really, really care, I got all of that.
Yeah.
So, you know, having that experience and the fact that my dad was able to look and see me on TV.
That's pretty strong.
That's it.
Oh man.
Right?
Oh man.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, besides almost having a breakdown before we went on.
I'm
I mean,
talking about
complete
45
meltdown. 45
seconds.
seconds before we went out, I had a meltdown.
What does that mean? You started crying?
Oh,
and
man.
hyperventilating?
Everything.
Just
All that. Crying.
Makeup gone.
Meltdown.
I'm like, hey, you got to get it together.
Like, and you know what? It was we were backstage and we were about to go on literally in like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it just, you know how you get the overwhelming feeling like, wow. And so it was like, this is happening, but at the same time, man, I wish my mom could see me right now.
Yeah.
And it was like, I just started crying. Yeah. And Ray saw me, Ray kind of saw me crumbling. He said, hey, you need to go over there, right over there, go get it together right now.
What'd you say, Ray?
Go get it.
Go over there and get it together.
Literally. We got to get it together.
He said, you go over there, get it together right now. We got to go on. And so I went over there and I pulled it together.
I love it.
And 45 seconds later, what y'all saw, what America saw is, is literally
not only
my
America,
gosh.
everybody.
Everybody saw it.
Everybody
Yeah.
saw. Yeah. But it was great.
So this has been a great experience for you guys. I wanted to leave folk with some sense of a message. What did you all take away from this? And what do you think others you hope will take away from it? Your experience.
I would say that the true power of love, like honest love. It is a word that's used loosely, but I don't think it's a word that's used enough. Not only the word, but the actual action. Because I didn't, or we didn't do this for fame.
No.
Or none of these interviews and none of that. I literally just loved her.
Yeah, we really like each other.
Like real stuff.
And I love that.
We really do.
So I wanted to make her smile, and I wanted to just love her, and just seeing what the power of, we got our own clothing brand now. Like it's crazy. There's people all over America right now with our clothes on, off of love.
Right now.
Yes.
Off of love.
I love it.
Yeah.
She's healthy from love.
And that's what I'm going to ask you. How you feeling?
You know, I am actually, so we were done in December, but the doctors wanted for their confirmation because we already know what God has already done.
Come on, God.
So for their confirmation, they wanted me to do 5 extra months. So I shot them a counter offer and said, I'll do 3. Will y'all take
Counter
it?
offer.
Yes, I did.
On your treatment.
Yes, ma'am.
Chemotherapy.
On chemo.
On
Yes, I
chemotherapy.
did. I bargained with her.
You know what? I don't like that 5, Doc.
I mean, because I wasn't I
Three
wasn't
sound
gonna do
a little
anything. I wasn't. And I told Ray, I said, I'm not gonna do this because I know that I'm fine. And I don't believe in taking drugs for something now God has already like taken out of my body. I just can't do that.
And all of her
That's
scans
radical faith.
all of
They're
her
perfect.
scans continue to come back good.
Better and
Brain
better and
swelling
better.
is
Yeah,
down,
you know,
blood
I
count,
love
all
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they playing around. Like, stop putting me on these drugs. God has already said what is done. So we bargained and we counter offered and they accepted 3. So they're gonna take a scan and we're gonna move on with life.
To God be the glory.
Man, so you know, I can say what I've taken away. The main thing that I've taken away from this whole experience, number one, don't make plans because God already knows. His calendar is already set, so you should probably just put yours to the side.
Right.
Secondly, everything that is out of control is in God's control. Every single thing.
Say it again,
Yeah, that's
please.
strong.
Every single thing that is out of control is already in
yes,
God's control.
yes.
And even when I felt, and there were times, Janine, I can tell you, and Ray knows, when I'm like, this pain right here, I don't know if I can. And you know, me and God done had some real strong conversations when I'm in the hospital by myself because we went through this with COVID, and there were a lot of times Ray couldn't be with me, and I'm in the hospital by myself, and he's at home, and I'm in pain, and that's where that fixer in him and that helper in him wants to come in, and there's nothing that he can do, you know. And I had to learn how to not only pray for myself, but pray for my husband for his strength. Because if he's not strong, he can't do nothing for me.
That's right.
So I got to pray for him exceptionally more than I got to pray for me. Because everything that I got is coming from God, but I got to make sure he's strong also. So my support system, I've learned, is a big contributor to my health. So I just encourage people to always make sure that your support system is your support system.
That's right.
Like, they're about you, and they're your support. But God is the number one support. So let's make sure we understand that too.
Come on.
You're a preacher too, right?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Glory.
Hallelujah. So listen, before we leave.
Yes,
and
honey.
Thank you all again. Yes, honey.
Yes, honey.
I would like for Ray to sing. Give me a little something
Yeah,
now.
give me a little.
Give us a little something. Just like maybe 20 seconds. I'm not even going to ask you to do.
20.
surprised you didn't bring your keyboard.
Right. I got it in the car.
It's foldable in his pocket.
Oh my God.
Oh, I got this app on my phone.
Oh my God. Y'all so crazy.
Okay.
Just a little something, just to take us out.
People fall in love in mysterious ways, and maybe it's all part of the plan. But me, I keep on falling in love with you every day, and I just want to tell you who I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms.
You better sing.
Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your hand on my beating heart. 'Cause baby, we found love right where we are.
Yes, honey.
Yes, honey. Yes.
On that
Yes.
note, you all want to tell folks how they can find you, maybe your clothing line, anything.
Absolutely. So you can find our clothing line at 1104.com. That is 110H4.
The number 4.
The number 4.com. You can follow me on Instagram at I am ROS Royal. I am Ros Royal.
And you can follow me on Instagram, Willie, WILLIE_QOOL. Willie Cool.
And Will is his real name.
Willie's not my name at all. Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
Thank
You've
you.
been such an inspiration.
Thank
and you
you.
all are everything that Yes Honey is all about.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So you
ma'am.
got to give me a Yes Honey before you get out of here.
Yes,
honey.
To catch this edition of Yes Honey podcast and other episodes, visit JanineDavis.com and follow a diva on social media at JD Diva on Instagram and Facebook, and on Twitter at JDDiva10. Contact JD at JanineSpeaks@gmail.com. Until next time.
Yes, honey. Do it, JD.
Yes, honey.
Like and subscribe to my YouTube, Janine Davis.